Hello, welcome everyone. Here we are. We are winding down our last decan for the month of Leo. This is Leo 3 from August 13th to the 23rd. The date does change I think it's almost every 2 years or so. So August 12th, 13th to 22nd, 23rd. And for this particular decan, I have a lot of cards here as you see, and I'm going to explain. If you've seen the previous decan readings, then you can maybe see the storyline of how I have these cards set up. So for Leo 3 from August 13th to August 23rd, our planetary association for this particular decan is another fiery planet. This is Mars in Leo to represent this time period, these last 10 days of Leo. And also the minor arcana card of the Seven of Wands, which I have here through the Gill Tarot, Wildwood Tarot, and the Vision Quest Tarot, which is on the far right. So I have these cards set up because I want those who watch this to kind of see the energy transforming from the previous reading of our sixes. And as we enter into our Seven of Wands, we're seeing a shift of energy. With our sixes, we were seeing different ways of we recognized abundance, either in a very victorious, celebratory manner where everything is joined together, everything has fallen into place. Here with the Six of Bows for the Wildwood Tarot, we saw the influence of the directions of those bows here. Okay, almost in a sense moving in the direction of north, south, east, west, but not quite. There could be northwest, southwest, east, west, so on and so forth. But here we're taking this moment, with this particular Six of Bows, to see what has taken place, what has formed. And the same here with the Six of Fire, with the Vision Quest Tarot. We do have a form of victory here, celebration, recognition, and also paying respect to the life force that influences this kind of energy, this motivation. We have the sun. We have these arrows pointing up right in the direction of the sun. We're seeing the abundance, the beauty that came out of this transition from the Five of Fire into our Six of Fire. But now we're going to be seeing something different. These are the readings for the cards for the sixes. So I just left those cards there for reference. So when we do the reading for this week of August 13th to the 23rd, we can see what cards come up for our Seven of Wands. So these here, this is all in references to our previous decan, which was in the planet of Jupiter. So we have that Jupiter, expansive energy, abundance, spaciousness, wealth, luck. But here with seven, we have a shift of energy. We have Mars and Leo. So as I mentioned, Mars is that fire sign. But when it's in Leo, Mars is challenging, Mars is aggravating. So we have that expansive, glorious planet of Jupiter in our Six of Wands, but now Mars comes into the picture during this decan and inflames and aggravates the energy of the Seven of Wands. So with these cards here, this is from our Gill Tarot, we're seeing a direct readiness to take on challenges that come to us. We have here the seven arrows going right into this flaming 7. We have this individual standing right behind it, showing its support. The 7 of Wands is also a card that represents your firm stance and belief of something that you've worked on, ideals, emotions, feelings, the environment that you're in, what you've put time into. This is where it becomes a little bit more of a defensive, protective mechanism. Okay, this is the effort. How far, what are we going to do to protect the valor, the perseverance? How much are we putting into what means a lot to us? What is of value to us? How it makes us feel, how we think, our perception. So this here with the 7 of Wands is the energy that we put towards something that we are really motivated by. Here, it'll be kind of hard to see here. There we go. We got our 7 of Bows for the Wildwood Tarot. But interesting enough is we have clearance. Angle it like this. There we go. We got clearance. And so we're seeing choices being made. Now, another thing I want to back up with is when you read the 7 of Wands solo or in a card, that energy is also what is in the process. You know, the work that we're putting into it, what is motivating us, what energy we're putting into this will lead to the direction of what's going to happen afterwards. So we have to be mindful with the way that we use this Mars and Leo energy. Mars is very aggressive, so we have to be very careful in the way that we use this energy. And with Mars and Leo, that could be a challenge because Leo is that fire sign and it lives in that moment of excitement. And so Leo can get overwhelmed. They could get caught up with the activity, whether it's aggressiveness or a lot of movement, and not really be paying attention to everything that is taking place. But here, just to show here, the 7 of Bows, the clearance. The Wildwood Tarot, we're seeing that it knows where it wants to go, where it wants to take this direction, where the next step is going to be. So it's clearing, it's creating space, it's getting ready to go to the next step of its work. We see here with the Wands, preparation, everything's been like skinned off, everything's been shaped here to create a sturdy tool. We have the fire here in the background. This could be used to maybe fuel the fire, or this is what's going to be, hopefully this will be extinguished. This is the energy that could represent from the 6, okay? Because I want to show you this transition. Look at the energy we have here. Okay, this is almost like a close-up view of what's happening here in the background. So we're leaving that behind. We're leaving that 6 of Bows behind. We're going here to the next step. So we're making that space. The next card, 7 of Fire, with Vision Quest. Okay, this is how we're utilizing this energy. Okay, it's showing that we do have to continue onward. This is all in a sense of, again, what are we doing to protect what we started? Are you willing, with all the challenges and detours that are coming your way, are you going to move forward? Okay, there we go. And here we're seeing a lot of effort. This is again with the 7. We're seeing a lot of effort being made and being prepared. Also the beginning of something new, because we have the dawning of the new day coming up. Or the end of the day. That could be another representation of this energy. And here with the Six of Fire, okay, I want you to see the transition. Look at the difference in these tools here. Okay. These are well-maintained ideas and choices that kept these tools in the best condition to get to its point of success and victory. Now, these wands, these arrows have now shifted. Almost to a sense of overexertion. These are burned. They look torch-like. They look like a lot of force has been put into these wands here to create this momentum to continue moving forward, that endurance. Okay. So again, our Seven of Fire, okay, we're looking at protection. We're not going to let someone challenge us in a way that it will destroy everything that we've been working towards, the momentum. Okay, so I'm going to turn these over here. Let's see here, let's do it like this. Okay, so now we're going to get ready and do the reading for the sevens, but I want you to look at the energy of our previous sixes. Okay, so I'm going to pull one card for our, make sure I got this right, for our particular Decan of Leo 3 from August 13th to the 23rd. All right, so I hope that makes sense. I want you to see the pattern, the different representations of these forces of the sevens and the influence that they have going from the Six of Victory and how everything is shifted. We have this moment of revelry, of praise, but now challenges have come up ahead. What are we going to maintain? The abundance, our success, everything that has been built up on. So let me get a sip of water here. Again, keep in mind, with this Leo 3 Decan, we're looking at Mars energy. And again, this isn't the current placement of where Mars is astrologically. This is all based, the planetary placements for all the decans. This is all based on the 7 traditional planets and their attributions through the Golden Dawn. All right, so let's see here. I'll move this upward here. Okay, so let's read here for 7. What is our reading here? Okay, Mars and Leo, lots of energy. Hopefully something that will be a little bit more cooling and not so aggressive. Okay, let's see what element we get with this. Okay, more. Okay, pulling from the middle. Okay. So we got 3 of Swords. Air is the complementary element for fire. The 3 of Swords, as we see with the Rider-Waite-Smith, is associated with loss, pain, suffering. This is where this energy of pride can maybe and desire can be misdirected. We have these arrows, okay, coming towards, trying to attack everything that you've built up and thought of and created. You need to preserve it. Okay. Some of these swords went through. So, in a sense, we're looking at action that was misdirected here. And that misdirection could cause sorrow. This isn't anything predictive. This is just the energy to be mindful of during this week. Okay? If a lot is going on, happening towards you, happening at you, just be aware. Again, the swords deals with the intellect, with the mind. Okay? The sorrow could be self-inflicting. This could be something that you put upon yourself, or something that someone puts at you, says something to you, and changes that energy around. Okay? So let's be mindful for this third decan. Okay, so I'm going to step these aside, and then I'll put the sevens, maybe to compare when we go into our first decan of Virgo. All right, so here we go, 6 of bows. Oh, I'm sorry, 7. Move this over here. 7 of bows. Okay, so let's see with the space that we're receiving. It looks like it's something that we do need during this week. Lots of fiery energy. And when I was doing my readings, let me do that again because that was a poor shuffle. When I was doing the readings for the month of Leo, lots of fiery energy. We have to be mindful of that. Okay. All right. One more. I'm going to pull from the middle. This deck is not shuffling very smoothly. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to go with, well, going back to where we started, empowerment. So it looks like we're having to take a few steps back here with the Gill Tarot with our 3 of Swords, because here with our 5 of Bows, we're seeing empowerment. We're seeing with this way of working with the tools that we have here, preparing them, creating that space to move forward. We can continue this energy of self-belief, self-trust, knowing that what we're doing is moving in the right direction, knowing how to use these tools and point them in the right direction. This will be of great benefit for us. Okay? So this is an interesting reading because instead of continuing with another suit, we're still staying within the same suit, and we're going back to Saturn and Leo, which was our 5 of Bows. That was our energy. Okay, so the clearance, the space, we now get a sense of self-trust, self-belief, so that we can move forward and continue onward. Okay, so let's move this upward here. It's here. Okay, so let's see our reading for our 7 of Fire. Okay. Shuffling off to the side. Okay, so again, Mars and Leo energy. Okay, let's just do this again. Awful shuffle. There we go. Okay, bear with me. I'm still here. Alrighty. Okay, so let's move this. Loss. Okay. So this third decan is going to be challenging here. Okay. So again, here with our 7 of fire, we have 5 of water. Literally day and night, change in an environment. We have to be careful when it comes to using this energy of Mars, because here we got sorrow for this reading, we have loss. Okay, doesn't mean, again, this isn't predictive. This doesn't mean this is going to happen. It's energy that we need to be mindful of, and how we direct it. This 5 of water could be stemming from the 3 of swords. Okay. Also, it's putting too much of ourselves. Okay, we have 3 of these bowls that are cracked. 2 of them are still full. Okay, but it looks like there's been an excess. The emotions that have been invested during this journey here has been a bit overwhelming. And one thing I just saw here, I want to point out, this also looks like it's sort of extinguished. Okay, it's not flaming like we have here. So I'm feeling with this card here, we're looking at this endurance that we're putting in is starting to fizzle out. It's fizzling out physically, and also it's coming inwardly from the emotions. We are exhausted. You know, we're putting too much of this energy. And that's what happens with Mars and Leo. Okay, that heated energy, that aggravation, that over-challenging authority of that Mars and Leo placement can actually be breaking down inside. And so we have to take a moment of self-care and watch when our energy, our strength, our endurance is starting to weaken, to just maybe stop at that moment. Okay, I know that's not a wands thing to do, but we do need to slow things down. So if we don't slow down, we'll be expending this energy too much. And then we won't be able to continue on. We won't be able to hold this kind of energy. Okay. The abundance, the victory, the success that we need when we're working with the energy of wands, and especially going through these decans here. Okay? So what I'm feeling here is we need to have this continued self-belief with ourselves, in spite of things that may be coming in and things that we may have missed and we've taken a loss emotionally and also mentally. There's an issue of exertion that I'm seeing happening. So let's just be mindful of this. Take that time to take care of yourself, rejuvenate. Slow down the pace. You could still continue moving forward, but do it at a slower pace. I say this with almost all the wands, all the fiery energy that I do in readings. If there's a lot of fire cards or wands cards, if there's an overabundance of those kinds of elements, overabundance of air, swords, cups, emotions, water, earth. If it's a little bit too stagnant, we need to work on that energy to either enliven it, to slow it down, to shift the point of view, to release certain kinds of feelings that could be holding us back. We need to work through all of this. Okay? So for this upcoming week, let's just be careful with this energy, because it's Mars and Leo energy. But again, Mars and Leo, this is just in relation to the Golden Dawn attributions for the Seven of Wands. It's not the current placement of where Mars is. So look astrologically and see where Mars currently is. And we can utilize whatever sign that Mars is in. Mars is right now in Taurus. So this is a good time to put in Taurian energy just to kind of keep things a little bit more grounded. Okay, not to let this go out of control whatsoever, so that we can have this empowerment. Okay, remember, know how to work with your environment, with what resources you have. Work with them wisely, or we'll suffer these two consequences. Okay, so I think this is a sensitive time this coming week, from the 13th to the 23rd. Okay, so let's use that Mars in Taurus, which is the current placement right now, and use it in a way to help us maintain some stability for the upcoming week. Okay, so everyone, let's take care, and just remember that we have been at a place of where we came from victory and abundance. We want to maintain this throughout all these difficulties that may come up. Okay? Alrighty, so that's our reading for Leo 3 to wind down our last decan of Leo. So after that, we begin to enter into the Earth, Mercury-ruled sign of Virgo. And those readings will take place August 24th, 25th. That will take us into the first week of September. So come back in about 10 days for the next reading. If you have any comments, let me know of any of these cards. This particular reading here was of influence, inspired you to make changes or anything, let me know. I have a website where I do readings. You can reach me that way for more private readings. But this is an overall reading for everyone for this last decan in Leo. All right. Thanks so much. Stay tuned. I do have some more content coming up ahead. And I do live readings once a week. Right now, it looks like they're taking place every Sunday, unless otherwise noted. So come back this Sunday, unless something happens, and come in for a live reading. All right? Thank you, everyone. Appreciate the support. If you like the content, if you like the energy coming from this place, feel free to let people know about this channel. It's greatly appreciated. Like, subscribe, and appreciate the support. And of course, give me feedback. I really appreciate that. All right. I will see you all again very soon. Let's have a good week for the 13th to the 23rd. All right. I will see you all soon.